Welcome back to online classes of Vivekananda PU College, Puttur. In previous classes, we discussing about composition of two or more than two functions, and we have seen some important problems about composition of the two functions. Now let us see if f from a to b and g from b to c 1 1, show that g of f is 1 1. Now already we discussed about what is 1 1 function, onto function and what is bijective function in previous classes. Now composition of the two functions is 1 1. That also we can prove, also we can show that composition of the two functions is onto. So what is the condition? So composition of the two functions is said to be 1 1, then f must be 1 1, f from a to b 1 1 and g from b to c 1 1, then we can show that g of f is 1 1. So what is the definition of the 1 1 function? Definition of the 1 1 function, if I want to say that f is 1 1, f is from a to b, then f is 1 1 means I can write, here I can choose two elements x1 and x2 that belongs to set A, x1 and x2 belongs to set A, f is said to be 1 1, then f of x1 is equal to f of x2, that implies x1 is equal to x2, x1 is equal to x2. If you prove this, that means f of x1 equal to f of x2, then if you get x1 equal to x2, that meaning is f is 1 1. Now g is 1 1 means for every, now I will take some element y1 and y2. So y1 and y2 that belongs to b, y1 and y2 belongs to b, then g of y1 is equal to g of y2, g of y1 which is equal to g of y2. Then if you show y1 equal to y2, if you show y1 equal to y2, that means g is said to be 1 1. G is said to be 1 1. Now I have to show that g of f is 1 1. So g of f is 1 1. Now g of f is defined from g of f, that is defined from a to c. Because f defined from a to b, g defined from b to c, then composition of those two functions g of f that defined from a to c. Therefore, now I have to show that, or we will show, we will show g of f is 1 1. Now we have to show g of f is 1 1. Now to show this g of f is 1 1, I have to show that for every, take elements in the domain of g of f, that is x1 comma x2 belongs to A. Now I am taking x1 and x2 that belongs to the set A, then g of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2. Because g of f is also a function, we know that like f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. In the same way, g of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2. If they are same, then what it implies? Then that implies x1 equal to x2. So if you prove this, then we can say that if f is 1 1, g is 1 1, g of f is 1 1. Now using f is 1 1 and g is 1 1, we will prove this. So we have to prove this. Okay. Now I am taking for every x1 comma x2 belongs to A. Now I am proving this. For every x1 comma x2 that belongs to domain A, I am taking g of f of x1. G of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2. What I have to prove now? I have to prove x1 equal to x2. Now g of f of x1, how to write this? G of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2, right? Now what is g of f of x1? Is equal to g of f of x2. Now we know that G is 1 1, correct? G is 1 1. So G is 1 1 means for every, I wrote that already, for every, that is y1 comma y2, that belongs to B. So G of y1 is equal to G of y2 implies y1 is equal to y2, right? G is 1 1. Therefore G of something that is equal to G of another, that is we can take f of x1 as y1, f of x2 as y2, right? Because f of x1 that belongs to is set, x1 x2 belongs to here, then f of x1 and f of x2 belongs to set B, right? That means here I took set B elements as y1 and y2, so I can choose y1 as f of x1, y2 as f of x2. Same way, g of f of x1 is g of f of x2 means, that implies y1 is equal to y2 means, since g is 1 1, I can write f of x1 is f of x2. So what is the reason to write this? Because g is 1 1. So reason is, here I can write, what is the reason? G is 1 1. G is 1 1. Now I have f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That implies f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That implies x1 equal to x2. Why this happens? Because f is 1 1. So next step, f is 1 1, f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That implies x1 is equal to x2. That is because f is 1 1. F is 1 1. Okay, now for every x1 comma x2 belongs to A, I took g of f of x1 is equal to g of f of x2. Now since g is 1 1, f is 1 1, I got x1 equal to x2. That was the thing we have to prove. That was the thing we have to prove. Therefore, g of f is 1 1. So f is 1 1, g is 1 1, then you can prove g of f is 1 1. Okay, similar way we can show that if f is on 2 and g is on 2, then g of f is on 2. Okay, if we have from A to B and G from B to C on 2, I am writing on 2 functions, then I can prove that G of f is also on 2. If f is on 2, f from A to B on 2, G from B to C on 2, then show that G of f is on 2 function. Now, to show that g of f is onto function, let us define g of f first. So g of f from A to C. G of f from A to C. Now, here this is a set A, this is a set B, and this is a set C. A, B, C I can take. Now, here I can take some x elements as x. Then here I can take some elements, that is f of x, which is equal to y, and here I can take some z. Now g of f is defined from, this is f and this is function g from B to C, f from A to B, and g of f defined from A to C. Okay, what is the meaning of onto? That means how to show that a function is onto. Function is onto means importance is given for the codomain set. Every element of the codomain set, here I wrote, that is elements are in the form Z. Imagine that elements are in the form Z. Now every element of the codomain set must be image of some element in the domain set. What is the domain for G of f? Domain for G of f is A. That means any element here, I can take any element in the domain set, then it must have some image here. Image of this set is C. This is codomain set. Image must be in this codomain set. Then if I choose any element here, that element must be image of some element in the domain set. Then function is said to be onto function, or g of f is said to be onto function. Therefore, here I have to take element, right, that is in the codomain set. Now I am taking z. So here I wrote z, so that only I can take for every z. How to prove that is onto function? Okay, we prove g of f is onto. G of f is onto, that we have to prove. We prove g of f is onto. For that, for every, what I have to prove? Okay, we'll show that. We'll show for every z belongs to C, for every z belongs to C, there exists some x that belongs to the domain set A, such that image of this x is z. Image of this x is z under the function g of f. That means I have to write g of f of x must be equal to z. So in that way I have to prove. So what is the meaning f is onto? F is onto means here I have to take elements. For every element of set B, that means for every y belongs to B, there exists some x belongs to A, such that f of x is equal to y. G is onto means how we have to write, for every z belongs to C, there exists some y belongs to B, such that g of y is equal to z. Then using those conditions, we have to prove g of f is onto. I have to show that for every z belongs to C, there exists some x in A, therefore image of that x under the function g of f is z. Okay, now I am writing. I have to prove this. I am writing f is f is onto. F is onto. What is the meaning f is onto? F is onto means for every y belongs to B, there exists some x in A, such that f of x equal to y. Then I am taking g is onto and I am using to prove g of f is onto. G is onto means for every, here I have to take, for every z belongs to C, there exists some y belongs to B. Y belongs to B such that g of y is equal to C. Now I will take this to prove for every z belongs to C, for every z belongs to C, there exists some element that belongs to A, that is x. Imagine that x. Then I have to prove that g of f of x is equal to z, such that g of f of x is equal to, now what is g of f of x? G of f of x. Now this is equal to g of, what is f of x? F of x is y. Because f is onto, already I wrote f is onto, so f of x is y. Now I got g of y. What is g of y? G of y is that is equal to C. G of y is equal to C. Sorry, C is a set. Z. G of y is equal to Z. So A, B, C are the sets. Okay, not the elements. X, Y, Z are the elements. Here is there. So here g of y is equal to Z. So here also g of y is equal to z. That means I took for every z belongs to C, any element in C, there exists some element in the domain set. There exists some x in domain set such that I have to prove g of f of x is z, g of f of x is z. That means I took g of f of x, that is equal to g of f of x is y, because f is onto, in this step f is onto, and I got g of y I can write it as z because g is onto. So I got g of f of x is equal to z. Thus I can write g of f is onto. G of f is onto. So f is onto, g is onto, then we can show that g of f is onto. Also if f is 1 1, g is 1 1, we can show that g of f is 1 1. Okay, now my question is, are f and g two functions? We can take f and g. Are f and g necessarily 1 1 if g of f is 1 1? So question is, are f and g necessarily 1 1? F and g necessarily 1 1 if g of f is 1 1? That was my first question. You can consider it as a homework question. My second homework question is, are f and g are necessarily onto if g of f is onto? Are f and g necessarily onto if g of f is onto? So by giving example, also you can prove, or you can say whether it is necessary f and g is 1 1 to write g of f is 1 1. Also whether it is necessary f and g both are onto to become, or to write g of f is onto. That is my question. Okay, that is about composition of two or more than two functions. Now let us see invertible functions. Invertible functions or inverse of a function. So before explaining about what is the inverse of a function, now let us see what is inverse of an element. Inverse of an element, considering two sets, set A and consider another set B. So considering two sets, set A and set B, I am writing elements here. Okay, that is equal to 1, 2, 3, and here 4, 5, 6. So elements of set A 1, 2, 3, elements of set B are 4, 5, 6. Okay, now function f defined from A to B. Function f is defined from A to B. Now I will write the mapping, that is 1 goes to 4. 1 goes to 4, and I am going to write 2 goes to 5, 3 goes to 6. Okay, now what is this 4 is called? 4 is called, 4 is image of 1. So this is image, right? 4 is image. Then what about this? This is pre-image. So 1 is pre-image of 4. So we write f of 1 is 4, correct? Always if 1 goes to 4, under f means we write f of 1 is 4. That means 4 is image of 1. 4 is image of 1. 4 is called image. That means what about 1? 1 is pre-image. Therefore, here 1 is called pre-image, or we will call it as inverse of element 4. Pre-image or inverse of an element, that is 1. Here f of 1 is 4, f of 1 is 4, 4 is image, 1 is pre-image, 1 is pre-image, or it is inverse of 4, inverse of 4, or I can write, I am keeping 1 here, f, then if I want to write it for the right side, it will become f inverse, not 1 by f, f inverse of 4. F inverse of 4, which is equal to 1, or 1 is called pre-image or inverse of an element 4. Inverse of an element 4. So there is a condition to write f inverse that I will explain later, little bit later. Therefore, pre-image, now 1 is called pre-image or inverse of an element 4. That means 1 goes to 4. In reverse way, if you want to write, then 4 goes to 1. That reverse way is called inverse. Now, similarly, 2 is an element. Image of 2 is 5. Image of 2 is 5. How to write it? F of 2 is equal to 5. Right? Then what is 5? 5 is called image. Image of 2. Then what about 2? 2 is called inverse image of 5, or it is called pre-image of 5. Then I can write 2 is equal to f inverse of 5. 2 is f inverse of 5. Then image of 3 is 6. Image of 3 is 6. So I write f of 3 is equal to 6. Then what is 6 is called? 6 is called image. Image of 3. Then what about 3? 3 is called pre-image of 6, or it is called inverse image of 6. So 3 is equal to f inverse of 6. Therefore, this set elements are called images, and this set element, domain set element, are called pre-images or inverse images. Therefore, direction will be this way. Direction will be this way. This is f, and coming back is f inverse. Now I can write, in general I can write, okay, here elements, okay, a and b, I wrote a and b, this is a function f. How to define f? You know that set f is, you can define set f, that is equal to set of all ordered pair. You can write a comma b, that means f of a is equal to b. What is f? That is b, where f of a is equal to b. Now how to write f inverse? So f of a is b, right? F of a is b. What is b? B is called image of f, image of a under f. Then what is a is called? A is called pre-image of b or inverse image of b. Therefore, how to write f inverse? So f inverse, that is a set. What is f inverse? That is equal to f inverse of b, which is equal to a. That means if f of a is equal to b, f of a is equal to b, then f inverse is, what is f inverse of b? F inverse of b which is equal to a. F inverse of b is equal to a. Okay, that is about inverse of an element. If you choose any element here in this, you can choose any element, then we can write that element here, that element is image of, that element is that is f of a is b. If you write f of a is b, then a is inverse image of element b. That way we can write. Okay, now I write this set A, set B. Consider set A and set B. Okay, under the function f, set A 1, 2 and set B, that is 3 and 4. F is different from A to B. F is different from A to B. Now look at this. So 1 map to 4, 2 map to 3. Or f of 1 is 4, f of 2 is 3. Now can you write the inverse? So what is the inverse? So what is set f? Set f is image of 1 is 4. You are writing 1 comma 4, correct? Image of 1 is 4. Then image of 2 is 3. Image of 2 is 3. You are writing ordered pair 2 comma 3. That is a function f. Now what is f inverse? What is f inverse? Now f inverse is, that is 1 here 1 is called pre-image or inverse image of element 4. That means I have to write 4 goes to 1. 4 goes to 1. So that is the inverse. Inverse means function f is 1 to 4. Inverse means 4 to 1. So it is not like 4 goes to 2. 4 goes to 2. That means it is meaningless. Therefore, if 1 goes to 4 means 4 goes to 1. Then ordered pair 2 comma 3. Ordered pair 2 comma 3 means 3 comma 2. That is f inverse. If 1 goes to 4, then in f inverse 4 goes to 1 and 2 goes to 3, in f inverse 3 goes to 2. In this way we can write. But observe one thing here, whether this observe one thing, that is a function is 1 1, correct? Function is 1 1 because image of 1 and 2, image of 1 and 2 is 4 and 3 respectively. Function is 1 1. And also you can see function is onto, that means 3 and 4 are images of 2 and 1 respectively. Therefore function is onto also. So 1 1 and onto, then it is possible to write f inverse. So 1 1 and onto, then f is a function, f inverse is also a function and it is possible to write f inverse. Suppose f is not 1 1. Imagine that f is not 1 1. Then what happens? In next example, there is a set A, set B. I am taking set A and set B. Okay, here 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 goes to 3, 2 goes to 3 and I am writing one more element 3, 3 goes to 4. What about this function? Whether this is a function? Yes, f is function from A to B, that is clear. Now whether this function is 1 1? No. So f is not 1 1 because 1 and 2 are the elements of set A having same image. Therefore, so this function is not 1 1. What about whether f in what about inverse? F inverse exists here. F inverse exists. F inverse means we have to define if f of 1 is 3, that is right. Then what is f of 2? F of 2 is also 3. Now what is the inverse? Inverse means I have to define from this set to this set. That means I have to define from B to A. So what is F inverse of 3? Whether you are going to write 1 or whether you are going to write 2. Is that possible? No, that is not possible because F inverse doesn't exist in that case. So F is defined but F inverse not possible because F inverse doesn't exist. To define the F inverse, I have to write B first, then A first. What is F inverse? F inverse means here 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So F inverse doesn't exist, right? In this way we will get. It is not possible because F is a function. Similar way F inverse is also a function. It must be a function. Then one element having two images, that is not possible. We know that is the definition of a function. Therefore, F inverse doesn't exist. If I define F like this, F inverse doesn't exist. So if F is not 1, 1, then F inverse doesn't exist. Now what about F is not on 2? Then is it possible to write inverse? Okay, now I will rub this. Set A and this is set B, 3 and 4. Okay, let it be right. F is a function from A to B. F is a function from A to B. Now this function is 1, 1. Image of 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Image is F is 1, 1. Then what about F? Whether F is on 2? F is not on 2 because phi is an element of B, but phi is not image of any element. Not image of any element in A. Therefore, clearly F is not on 2. What about F inverse? What about F inverse? Whether it is exists? No, it doesn't exist because to define F inverse, this is set B, set A. What are the elements of set B? 3, 4, 5 elements of set A, 1, 2. Then 1 goes to 3 means in inverse 3 must go to 1. And 2 goes to 4 means in inverse 4 must go to 2. But phi is element of the domain set of F inverse which is not having any image in A. That means this is not a function because F inverse is said to be a function if every element of the domain set must have image in codomain set. Must have image in codomain, unique image in codomain set. Now phi is an element but it is not having any image. Therefore, F inverse doesn't exist. So even though F is 1, 1, F is not on 2, therefore F inverse doesn't exist. Thank you.